Hello everyone, it is Joe here from Omnipoke, the channel that brings you guys everything Pokemon. If you're looking for PTCGO codes, including the stuff from Champion's Path, make sure you go ahead and check out the Potown store. You can get a 5% discount on your orders using the code OmniPoke. For today's video, it's another series of the OPOP League. It's Theme Deck Week, and I'm up against Mahone this week, so I'm just going to make sure that he has my info. And we can get this started. So yeah, I sent him a challenge. The 3 decks I'm bringing is Relentless Flame, Soaring Storm, and Torrential Cannon. I'm pretty certain I'm always leading out with Soaring Storm because it has a pretty busted draw engine, pretty busted energy acceleration from deck, and some big basics as well for this meta, which have spreading options and early pressure options. Lantern as well, a very solid thing that can blow up one key threat. So I'm pretty certain this is the best deck for the theme deck ladder. It also has a decent number of supporter cards that are decent, like good Lilies, Cynthia's, Hows, Tate and Liza. So that's the one we're going to be rocking with no matter what. And then I'll be reacting to what I see. If he's brought Torrential Cannon of his own, I'll be kind of more wary of using Relentless Flame. If he's already got his win with Soaring Storm or something like that, I might push the Blastoise build, also using that Pidgeotto line, but is more reliant on attacking with the Blastoise itself. So as soon as he goes down, like the whole deck kind of crumbles. Whereas the Dragonite can sort of sit in the wings for a long time. Same real issue with Charizard. He sets himself up so he can attach energies to your other things, but he is the main damage threat. So the kind of issue with the 2 team-up decks is that once your main guy dies, you're kind of scrounging around to not really do much. But the Dragonite build is pretty unique in that respect, in that you can protect your engine the whole time. Obviously, you can do a big 170 chunk, which blows things out the water. It's got 160 of its own hit points, so it can tank a decent number of attacks. But more often than not, you're looking to accelerate those energies onto Lanturns, onto Thundurus and Tornadus. So those are the things I'm looking for. I'll be honest with you guys, haven't played theme deck format in a long time. Like, I haven't really had many stints of it. I've only really had I've got a very baseline knowledge of decks. If it's not one of the ones that I'm expecting, I won't really know breakpoints of hit points or anything like that. So I'll be looking like throughout the game to see what I need to be trying to hit, what I need to be setting up against, that sort of thing. So honestly, anything could come out. I'm not expecting too much from this week. We just got to sort of take it on the chin, see how it goes, and no matter how much you plan for the theme deck week, at the end of the day, there's such a low amount of outs to regular draw supporters that you can just be dead in like 2 turns in some situations if your opponent has the good start, gets the early like Lily or whatever, and you just don't, then you're just going to be pretty much toasted. So I don't think there's much we can do in that regard. So just something to bear in mind. Apologies, I'm going to be closing Facebook now. Sorry to bait you guys. Just waiting on Mahone to drop us the challenge. The ball's in his court. He's the home player this week, so I just said challenge me whenever you get the chance, and it should be momentarily now. We can get into things. But yeah, I feel like Dragonite is probably the best, just based on the basics alone. Like, if you start with one of your 4 Thundurus or Tornadus, you're like super duper happy. Even the Dratini has a free retreat as long as you can access water. Alolan Grimer gives you card advantage as well, so a lot of good leads in the deck make me think it's one of the most safer builds, that you're probably not just going to be dead immediately. So that's pretty cool. I need to really familiarize myself with counts as well, so I need to be wary of what threats he could still have available to him. Like I said, there'll be some people who are far more experienced in this week than me, so we really do just have to chance it, to be honest, and see how it goes. I could just keep looking at theme decks, but I don't want to get baited into playing one that's actually not that good, it turns out. So just going to try and familiarize myself with ones with potential attackers in there. Whenever I see like a big basic, I'll always look straight towards it and think, like, is this going to be good enough? Like, I feel like Groudons and stuff like that can have good setup attacks to be wary of if they can attach themselves or something like that. Small concerns here and there. But really, we just have to see what we see. I've played this theme deck before. can't remember what situation I was in, but I've definitely played that theme deck before. I think I played a mirror match of it. Maybe it was when I was playing with... This is one that has a lot of draw engine, actually. The Swampert Magcargo. Ton of drawing options. Attacking options is the issue, right? You're just hoping that Swampert doesn't go down, but he very much could. And the actual draw supporters, not too many compared to the other things, like just one Lily. So your early game is like significantly weaker. It's really trying to get that early high roll. Sand/Empoleon, some good synergy going on there, but again, just a lower amount of quality supporters is kind of the main thing that we need to keep an eye on. This list also playing... Ooh, it's playing a Rangaroo. Nice. This one seems okay. It's got Guzma. There's some good stuff in here. There are no restrictions on the theme deck. Anything that you can play on PTCGO, basically, is free for you to rock with, so we'll see. I'm pretty sure the Garcario as well has some potential behind it. Obviously, if you get both up, you're pretty happy. It's got 2 Cynthia to do ridiculous damage as well. It's got sniping potential. Interesting stuff going on. Early game Solrock is pretty dangerous. There are no stadiums in the deck, so it's not a huge beat stick, but it can still draw cards as well. Yeah, I'm really just trying to familiarize myself on the fly with this stuff. I'm pretty sure Mahone's streaming right now, so he might be in a game currently while I ramble on, but hopefully this gives you some insight into how much prep I've put into this week. For most weeks, I'll put in a decent amount of prep time. I'll look at what my opponent's been playing in the last few weeks. I'll look at what I've been playing, what's been doing well, what hasn't been, any general meta shifts that have been going on. I'll try and take those things all into account. This time around, I'm far less invested, although I obviously want to continue to do well. In the league, I feel like there's just inherently much more RNG in these games, no matter what you do about it, so I feel like it's going to come down to that more often than not. Some things to bear in mind is obviously a lot of the time you are preying on top decks, so knowing the amount of outs that you have for certain things is important. Committing energies across the board compared to like just to have them in play compared to keeping some in hand for flexibility. These are like the fundamentals of Pokemon that you really get brought back to. Knowing when to retreat and protect certain key threats, mapping out your prizes. Like you actually can learn a lot from theme deck format if you play it enough. So, should be a fun exercise in that regard as well. Not quite as responsive and bounce back as it is in Standard. A lot of people like the bounce back ability of Standard, in that you're always launching a second attack at your opponent after one of your guys has gone down. That's basically the thing that's made decks successful, however they're played, that you can keep hitting your opponent back no matter what they do the following turn. So, like I said, we're going to be kicking off with Soaring Storm here. That's enough rambling. Let's get into the gameplay. And looks like he's bringing Raikou. Is that the Raikou Naganadel thing? I think it is. We lose the coin flip. He has the choice of whether or not to go first or second. He's going to choose to go first. So we'll be evolving second, but we will have the option to use a turn 1 Lily, which is pretty wild. We have Chinchou Pidgey, which isn't bad at all. Early airmail is like so critical. Anytime you can get hand advantage for yourself is pretty wild, so I will definitely take that. And he starts double Poipole, which is pretty threatening. Double Poipole. Naganadel can do 80 base, but can do a whole heap more if need be. Grimer is only a basic Pokemon, but it's drawing me more cards, and I can always retreat out of this Chinchino if the rest of the hand is bad here, so I could always collect defensively if I want to. More Pidgey, more Chinchou seems pretty okay to me, actually. How defensive do I want to play? An attached pass doesn't tell me too much outside of the fact that he doesn't have Ball Search. He could have, like, worst case scenario, a Ball Search into Naganadel, a discard synergy card, and an attachment. I feel like I want to play defensive because I think our deck is more setup based than his. So I think in the long term, we're going to do better if I just play defensively here. See more options, and work with that information at hand. And if he has a slower turn, we should be okay. Obviously, Grimer has resist as well. So we can tank a Naga hit even if it comes out. We do see a Nest Ball from him. Probably ripped off the top, otherwise he is likely to play it turn 1. Really, the deck gets mostly online once we get into Dragonite. We're going to see the Mareep from him. The Ampharos is a spreading card that can also paralyze us. I know that much because I've played it in Cube before. Wow, he starts really strong with Nest Ball into Fan Club. So both of us with decent board presences for the early turns. Raikou being his main attacking threat, doing 120 if you lost zone a card. Just see the eye opener. Looking at a prize card. That's fine. So should be a pretty powerful back and forth here. My only real concern, if anything, is that I've committed a lot to this board already. The second Chin Chow maybe was greedy. We're going to go for Bug Catcher out the gate. Oh, you hate to see it. Then we're going to Pidge. Double Dragonite. Do we take the hollow one? You know we do. Got a style on him. We'll swing an energy onto the Chin Chow. And we'll gain some more cardboard, shall we? Finally find Dratini, which is pretty pog. He's going to start committing energy to Raikou. He's also able to Lily for 3 cards, which is solid. And he's going to get some more information with another eye opener. Okay. Oh, you hate to see it. Alright. We definitely want to grow the hand size if we can. Really churning through the deck quite quickly, which is nice. Hoping to get as full of a setup as possible so that I can get into a position where I'm just launching attack after attack. He actually gets the Copycat, which is pretty huge here. That's going to get a lot of value. Look at that. Insane. Both of us sat with ridiculous hand sizes. Ultra Ball, so yeah, that's a way that he could get into attacking with Naganadel this turn if he wants to, with that discard synergy into the charging up. Instead we're going to see Flaffy, possibly also has the Naganadel in hand as well. You know, the hand size is pretty big, so... Yep, we are going to see the Naganadel coming in. Charging up could also just be to retreat if he wants to, but he could attach for turn and hit us for 60. If he really wants to. Alright. We will start with the how. We will see some more cards. Tantalizer as a switching option is something I'm interested in. Evolving up is also something I'm interested in. Tantalizer is something I'm going to need to hold for paralysis plays that he may try and make. I probably need to power up Dragonite over the next 2 turns, right? Because otherwise I'm just hoping that like Cynthia gets me into a random option. So we're going to attach a blue one here. And we're going to collect again. We find Thunderous Tornadus, which are 2 good cards. There's the Ampharos. We are going to see the retreat now, actually. Energy switch as well, so we can start spreading some damage. Also see the Lady, so we can pick some more energies out of the deck. He can take a Pidgey knockout if he wants to, or he can set up some some other things. He could set up the stuff with energies on it, basically, if he wants to. Yeah, he's going to take the 1 prize as well as set up Dragonair. Makes sense. So, how do I want to go about this? I'm always evolving. I'm always attaching. I have to play the Titanizer to attack this turn. I'm hoping I have enough energies in the deck. I mean, I played 20 energies, but they are split, right? Genuinely concerned about this. Okay. No worries, no worries. Oh, wow. So we prize double Lantern, which really, really sucks. So this 1 prize really, really has to be Lantern. Otherwise, we are in a huge heap of trouble. Okay, that makes all of our decisions way, way worse now. Oh man, that's going to be a problem. This Raikou is going to do a ridiculous amount. That's horrendous. That's really not good for us. Let's gain some cards. So the one I want to bench, if Tornadus is on the bench, do 50 more. Yeah, this guy's cheap to attack with. We'll take the big swing, but I'm not feeling good about this unless we are able to get a Lantern. Obviously we have a 33%, because there's 2 that we play in the deck. Oh, Monka. You hate to see it. We do see a Nest Ball from Mahone now. He's set up the Raikou very nicely to just start churning through me. Gonna see the Kahili. He's gonna be flying ahead in prizes now. Alright, we're just going to collect up, tank some hits for a while. Oh, wait, how did a Lantern get here? I swear there was none. What was I looking at when I didn't see a Pokemon? Am I just blind? Hello? We could have insta-responded if we wanted to. What am I doing? This is wild. This is so much worse now as well, because it goes straight into Turning Point turn. Did I throw by not knowing what a Lantern looks like? We'll see. See the rope. We're in a lot of bother. Ah, so broken. I think I want to put him in the situation where he wants to turning point me. So that might make him pay retreat. More Kahilis. Well, the same Kahili, I guess, until now. Ampharos coming in. So his prize map is pay retreat, attack with Naga, into attack with Raikou, into attack with Ampharos on the Grimer for game. That's his 3-turn plan. Oh, sorry, attack. Yeah, we need to do this. So I guess if I feed Lantern, he can go attack with this guy now as well. Don't think I can win. Were both Lanterns in my deck? Was I literally just blind this whole game? Did I even have access to it in the first place? I don't know, to be honest. We'll take our second prize card. There's a lot of comeback to go. I don't really see much of a map here. I can't believe I thought I had to take this off prizes. I'll have to look back at this and just be like, Monka S, you looked straight past it. But he's an energy attachment away from beating us with Ampharos. So that's not feeling great. GG. So what went wrong there? We allowed him to copycat us, basically. The deck, the win condition mostly of this deck is that hand advantage is your go-to, and it's just that we gave him a 14 card hand for free, basically. We're going to rock the same deck. I also didn't get early pressure from Thunderous Tornadus at all. We're going to go in with Soaring Storm again, I believe. And I think we want to go first. Sweet. And we have a very similar start to last time. It looks like we need to go places with this hand, so... Oh, yes. The full water energy hand. You love to see it. Mahone hard-teching for Roaring Flame, or whatever it is. Bring at least 2 water decks. Oh no, what am I talking about? He brought a lightning deck the first time. Honestly, my brain is like mush today. Alright, early Tornadus is definitely something that I will attach to. This is a pretty busted start, I want to say. We'll take that start. We will take that start. Fione coming in. Okay, we have the Dratini pivot. It does sort of put the 80 damage out of reach a little bit, but... I think securing an attacker on the board is not a bad deal. What do we think about early pressure? I have a draw engine and he doesn't, so in a both actives are now confused. You know what? We're just going to take hand advantage. I'm a sucker for hand advantage. I don't want to get into a confusion fiasco. I have attached a water to Dratini, which makes swim an option, right? Oh, that's a different gold duck. Okay. But he can do 80 damage. Huge. Huge pressure. There's the Kyogre. Hey, Pom doing bits. Okay. I'll definitely take that one. Definitely put that back. Definitely want Dragonair. Definitely want to retreat. Definitely take our cards. Those aren't too helpful, so we will Knuckle Punch. It's not great numbers for us. But if he has to keep committing energy to the Golduck to energy loop, it's still a problem for him, right? Because he's not setting up anything else in the background. Okay, we're going to see the Cynthia now. Whereas as of next turn, we'll be setting up some threats. Some big old threats coming his way. Right, he's just going to energy loop. We want to thin the deck of energies before we draw. Wow, how many lightnings have we prized? Like 6. Like, unironically, prizing 6 energies or so. What happened? I'm just going to knuckle punch again. Alright, it's another howl from him. More APOM action. Okay, so it looks like he's going to let us get the initiative with Lantern here. And then he's going to try and Koga to power up, like Piplup or something. I guess that's the main strat that's going on in his head right now. Oh, I'm such an idiot. I thought this was from deck. I honestly didn't realize that this was from hand. Like, I legitimately didn't realize that until now. It's not gonna be a problem for us. I didn't even know what my own cards did. You'll love to see it. Bug catch is a big draw. I played a full game not knowing what my own card did. How did I not realize that the whole time? I think I only Dragonited like twice, did I? I can't remember. Alright, there's the Primplup coming in. So the APOM's just stalling for time, I guess. See the Fang Club as well. So I'm pretty sure the Empoleon does more damage for each Empoleon in play, unless I'm thinking of the wrong Empoleon. I think it's 20 for each active. I mean, each bench. Or it could be the guy that steals attacks. It could be the one that copies the stuff from the stuff below it. Yeah, it's actually the copy one, right? The recall guy. So the one that does 100 for 1. Is that right? Who knows? This is where my lack of meta knowledge fails me. Alright, I see the switch. Does that mean he's got Empoleon? No, he's looking to tank or bait me into discarding stuff, which is fair. What's a better card than Budcatcher? It's like exactly how, right? So we'll play this first. Putting pressure on him makes a lot of sense, I think. I like putting pressure on, because we can blitz this again next turn if I want to. I think blitzing him makes sense. Oh, here it is. It could evolve this whole time. Wow, that's wild. That's a good card. Right, so you can choose to KO active, or you can do a 100 damage Snipperoo, or you could do 80 and can't be hit by basics. $100 damage Snipe sounds appealing. Setting up that Ambipom to do some of its fisticuffs. Lots of decent options here for him, to be fair. Playing his hand down to get a couple cards from Lily. Okay, he's going to go ahead and recall. What are we going to see the snipe on? It's just going to be the draw engine. Okay. So thanks to weakness, we can blast through this guy. Or I can try to... I can Tate and Liza and go into Dragonite as well if I want to. That plays better against Bye-Bye Throw. So I think Switch or Tate and Liza would be a good thing to do here. And if he's going to Fion Bye-Bye Throw, I don't want him to knock out either of any of these three, so I'm going to drop Grimer for that purpose. I could manually attach if I want to. Don't know where it's going though, so we'll just do this. Bug Catcher's not a bad prize. Oh yes, getting that value from the Ambipom, you love to see it. Tate and Liza for the shuffle effects. We do see a Prinplup come down. We'll see if he wants to do a bye-bye throw. He's going to swing for 180. Said goodbye to a couple good cards there, to be fair. That's Fisherman. I think we just go in with the active. Swing energy over here. Dragon Impact. Oh, that's a huge mistake. Why didn't I keep a lightning energy for there? I'm really not paying attention at all today. This is so Papega. I've just thrown away an energy attachment for no reason. Yeah, we knew he had Empoleon because he threw away the com outs. Let's see the recall. So Bubble Hold says basic can't do it. I'm throwing a water energy over like an idiot and feels bad about it. But with a second Dragonite now from the com draw, I don't think it's going to matter too much. Thanks to weakness, the discard gets us there. So I'm pretty sure we're safe now. So knowing that he has a water deck still to play, do I want to rock Blastoise into this? Does Blastoise have a good matchup against this deck? I'm not so sure. Or is the Charizard... Does he already think he's blocking me with the Charizard? Does he think that's just the second best deck in general? Or do you think I should rock something else? Go on the fly and just play something like... Something that he just played? Play the Mirror? That's not the right deck. What am I meant to do? This is where the mind games come in. I think I just stick to the plan. Just stick to the plan and play Stoice into him. Oh. Sniping 100 is good in general. 80 damage is good in general. Do you think he's tried to block Charizard this whole time? Is this going to have a decent time against him anyway? 150 is a horrid number. Swim is insane, though, against him. I think we bring this just to swim against him in case he does bring water again. Golduck is pretty solid against this. Okay, cool. He gets his choice. Start with the big mulligan. Look at this. We've got all three Farfetch. That's broken. I love the theme of this as well. There's Psyduck in the card and in the deck. What a treat. Right, he's leading out with Apom. Ambipom with that pressure. Absolute pressure. I really want to rip an energy off the top, to be honest with you. Early retreat. Okay. Energy off the top's great. It means I can Fan Club this turn. I'm going to swing the energy on to collect here. So the energy from Kyogre. This attaches from deck, right? Oh, from discard. I see. So that's why he pays retreat. Alright. See the outcome of some coin flips. Alright. Do I want early Amnesia Swim combo to start pressurizing him? Stop it, like completely blocking Swirling Waves? Or do I just want to try and make the War Turtle? Or do I just take hand advantage? All good options here. All good options. If I'm looking to Cynthia anyway so I can turn attach, I guess I don't take War Turtle. I think I just take early pressure from Golduck. It's rare that I don't take card advantage here, but it seems like a good situation for it. And this one will be trying to accumulate card advantage. Early amnesias to slow him down. What do we think? I don't need to this turn. I can just accumulate value. Let's accumulate value for now. I think he's not happy with where his hand's at. Acknowledging our Cynthia. I guess. It's a complete guess, but there you go. Alright, he's doing some Apom shenanigans. We draw a lot of energy cards. That's Amnesia. I'd like to stop Swirling Waves. Golduck doing the bits right now. Queuing up Swim for 90 onto the active if we want. If he attaches to Primplup, we can immediately kill it, but then he can respond on us with Kyogre. So I think I still have to go through Kyogre completely based on his hand. Right, he's going to get a Roller Skater for 2. You'll love to see it. Discard 1, draw 2 in a supporter. Okay, so he gets Empoleon, so he can definitely attach to that now if he wants to. He can actually retreat attached to this Kyogre if he wants to, and then High Water to 2 different things. Okay, he's going straight for the recall. Okay. To hit us for 100 somewhere if he wants to. Okay, he's going to detonate a Squirtle. So we definitely want to continue to... I mean, I could just try and swim him twice for pressure. Yeah, let's go for swims. Let's try and kill him. Let's not mess around. Ooh, Viridian. Tate and Liza coming in. We'll see the recall. Gonna detonate another Squirtle and starve the engine, which is fair. Now I have to debate if I want to Brock back in some Squirtles or do I just want to keep trying to dig. I think still trying to establish Pidgeottos just makes more sense to me. Okay, none yet, but we do have Fan Club for our last Squirtle if I want it, so that's chill. And we'll just swim through Empoleon. More APOMs coming in. Does rip a Cynthia. 2 Primplops are in the bin for him, so it may be difficult for him to try and recover one here. If he wants to power that guy up. Powering up Kyogres doesn't make much sense, because I can always just Amnesia Lock. So he probably looks to power up an Apom, possibly. But I can just swim kill it. So Golduck's a pretty difficult card for him to answer right now. Does find Calm out. There's his own Psyduck. There's the Ambi. Does Ambi have more than 90? Oh, it has 100? So lucky. How many Tantalizers and Switch have been played? Just 1 Tantalizer so far. So I can always Kukui respond on the Ambipom if I want to next turn. But I still think swimming it makes more sense. Or I could swim Fiona if I really want to. I could swim Piplup. I could swim everything. I think with the Kukui play in the back, we can chill like this. Alright, he's just going to Cynthia. Golduck is broken against the water decks. Does he find a switching out? No. Huge. Alright, he's making this a threat, which makes sense. Man, I need a War Turtle so badly. So this sets him up to attack if I Amnesia. He can retreat if I Amnesia as well. Brox makes no sense because it gives me worse cards. Two War Turtles, two Pidgeottos still rooting around in the bottom of the deck, which sucks. Like I said, can't Cynthia, can't Kukui, don't want to Brock. None of those options are good for me. Hitting this for 90, how much does it do? Probably not as much as swinging and killing this. Because if I... Actually, no, this can just keep churning through me, actually. So I should pressurize this for 90. And then I could Kukui Toolbuster it to finish it off if he just attacks me with this. Okay. But we need to keep the Kukui open because it could be the Ambipom or the Farfetch kill, depending on how he wants to play. Roller Skater. For full value this time. Do you see the Calm? There's the other Ambipom. Okay, we see the swirling. It's gonna be an interesting race now. I just really need to find Stoice. Oh, thank God. Here we go, boys. There we go. Finally. The whole reason I'm playing this deck is to do this. Tool busting in. So next turn I can Brock's Grit 6 energies back in and Powerful School to Stoice. And we're pretty likely to one-shot the Ambipom in response. Let's see the bye-bye throw. So there's a couple things I can do. I can guaranteed Golduck now and just take a Kyogre prize. Then he goes down to 1, and then do I lose to like Fione plays? I am concerned about Fione plays, like unironically. I go 90, he goes 120. I go kill with Stoice. He then has to... He has to Fione me to win. But if I go Stoice this turn, Stoice kill, this tanks a hit from Stoice. Stoice has to retreat, and I can Golduck snipe. He can kill. Stoice can make another Golduck, I guess, because I have a second Brock. Okay. So that's the route that plays us around Fione. This is a powerful school, all right. We'll just take some more cards out of the deck. Keep the waters in there. Is that going to get us over the line? Is the question. Is the Squall the game changer here? How isn't Kukui, which I was terrified of. Bibo throw going to be 10 off. Which might be enough to get us over the line. I want to squall a bunch of energies out if I can. Just have retreat outs if I want. I want to try and access that other Golduck if I can. Is that an impactful attack? No, not really. So if I Amnesia here, do I just win as well? Is Amnesia the safe play? Amnesia means... Yeah, I just have to Amnesia, right? I could have gone for Swim, and then I have a chance of whiffing the Golduck. Even with Squall double AML, it's possible. But I think this should mean we're pretty good. We're pretty safe. thrilling Gold Duck gameplay. Fan Club doesn't sound too scary. Some Piki Mukus. You love to see it. They look like ripe for a bye-bye throw. Okay, that just gives us enough time to evolve a Golduck, so I'm pretty sure we're just chilling now. Well, close series, to be fair. Very close series. I guess he's just showing us what he had. See the Lily for 3. I guess we'll hit the Piplup, the little man. Well, another thrilling week. I think I honestly played so poorly in the first game as well. RIP. Okie doke, that's theme week out the way. The streak goes on. Thanks for watching, guys. That was a long week, huh? Wild. Thanks for sticking around. Hope you enjoyed. And we'll be back next week.